Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday, and I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. It's Alicia, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for coming back, and also for so many of you for taking a look at the 30 dies in 30 days. I apologize for how late that post went up last night. I really am a bit of a dork. Like, I really didn't understand that I couldn't upload a video that was an hour long, so that was a nice lesson learned. We had an interesting comment from Kathy, who I think maybe didn't watch it from beginning to end, or maybe didn't understand that I deliberately chose to run the dies through all of these papers on purpose. I'm aware that if you're going to use chunky glitter, I actually say that at one point, that it can dull your die blade, right? The reason I chose to test out all the dies on all these different types of paper is here's the reality. I know from talking to people online that many of you are willing to risk your blade on your machine to cut through the glittery paper, because the truth is buying all the accessories or buying the steel ruled dies can be expensive, and in fact it's cheaper right now to just replace your machine. And that's an actual reality, because right now Tuesday morning you can get the big shot for $49. So a lot of people are choosing to run dies over glittery paper and take a chance. And so I didn't think I could do an honest review of these dies if I didn't test it out that way. So only for the purpose of this test did I decide that I would take a chance and run every type of paper through and put the die to every single test, so that people would get an honest review and they'd be able to assess for themselves if this is a die they wanted to purchase because it cut through the glittery paper. So that was on purpose, Kathy. I do know that it is not great for your blade. I in fact say that at one point in the video, that most people, you don't ever cut out the chunky glitter because it will definitely destroy your machine. But a lot of people are willing to take a chance on the less chunky glitter. So I felt it was important to honor that by giving them an example. And I was willing to ruin my blade to do the review. And that was the whole point. But I did forget yesterday, folks, to cover 2 dies from Sweety Craft Store, because it was so late by the time I uploaded that video, I just forgot. And one is a winner and one is a dud. See, it's funny about that Sweety Craft Store. I really feel like they have outstanding dies at great prices. And you notice, folks, the other thing, like Kathy pointed out, the person that commented on the video, is that there are many large stores that had these same dies or some of the similar dies available. That's true. I deliberately chose to order from stores that were smaller so that we could see if they were reliable, if the dies were reliable, because they're also cheaper usually. Not always, but usually. And I wanted to highlight the smaller stores. And then I wanted to compare them against DIY and Alina. So that was a deliberate choice, folks. It's true. The sunglass die is available at all of the big stores. You can take a look at it. It is a little bit more expensive, but it may be more reliable. I think that die is great. I just think that it was a manufacturing dud. But now, let's talk about Sweety Craft Store again. Here we go. This is a cute little duckling die. I cannot believe I forgot to show this to you yesterday because I love this die. So I'm surprised. I must have really been tired. Okay, it came in a set, and it came with two little cute other ducklings that follow behind it. Folks, this die is great. Look at it. It's dimensional. It cuts out. The wing is super cute. I really think this is a great die. It's really inexpensive. It's $2.25 for the full set, and that includes 4 of these. Like one of these and 3. One of these and 2 little ducklings. But it's so dimensional and cute. And this is the thinner Sunny Days paper, but it cut out great each and every time. This for me was a favorite die, and I can't believe I forgot to show it to you yesterday. All right, now we got to get to a dud. I was so excited about this die. This is their mini rosette die. Okay, folks, this is just Maggie Holmes paper. This is nothing special. This is really not very thick. It's not, they're double-sided. Guys, it barely even scored, and you can't fold them. The pieces are so small. I even had a friend who's really good at folding small things try. This doesn't work. This is a dud die. There are wonderful rosette dies available on Ali that are in strips. Those work. I know Carmen just gifted me one. She knew that I got this die as a part of the test, and she knew it was a dud, and she gifted me a mini rosette strip that is amazing. But this is a dud, I'm afraid. It just doesn't work. And it's not because I can't do it, it's because I even had a friend try. It just doesn't work. So, again, Sweety Craft Store has some great dies, this being one of them. But also, there's some risks. So the rosette die was inexpensive. It was super inexpensive, but it just doesn't work. So again, I think you have to assess for yourself where you want to order from and where you want to take a chance. I was happy with most of the dies I got from Sweety Craft Store. In fact, most of them, if you remember, made the outstanding list. But there were also duds. There was nothing in between. They were either the best dies or the worst dies. So you have to decide for yourself about your risk tolerance and whether or not you're willing to risk $1.50, $1.19, $1.98. All right, folks, that's the update. Now, I wanted to show you this wonderful die. I deliberately ordered it from a tiny little shop because I wanted to contrast it against the one from Alina Crafts, right? And when Alina's order comes in, I am going to do that. So what I did was I ordered it from a smaller shop that is a lot less expensive than Alina, and I want to test it against Alina Crafts. And it's coming. That package is coming. Poor Alina, she has tried. It is not her fault. It's customs. Again, one thing I can say about Alina Crafts, fantastic customer service, fantastic. So when that does come, I am going to do the contrast, because what I did was I ordered from a less expensive store the same die, you know, maybe at $2 less, and then from Alina Craft, and we're going to take a look at them and see which one is better. All right, folks, I hope that's really helpful, and I hope you have a great Monday. Again, thanks so much. If this was at all useful or enjoyable, hit the thumbs up, and otherwise, I will see you again real soon. Take care and bye for now.